Hello and welcome back to another video. Today is WOR round 11, round Jeddah. As you see in the background, I'm in the McLaren this race
Oh, no,
because
nice.
I'm reserve and I'm probably not going to race again in WOR because I've just got too much to do at the moment, and yeah, I don't really have the time to be doing races like this. And considering I'm not in the championship fight, it makes it a little bit even more non-motivating to do. So yeah, but so this will probably be my last WR video this season. So looking to have a good race here, to end on a high. Don't know if some of you have watched it already, but yeah, this race can either go either really good or really bad. So yeah, pace going into it was very good. I've done a low 6 PB, which is very strong. Well, quite a few .5s, but yeah, that's irrelevant. But you see in the background, it's my Q1 run. I remember feeling I just wasn't on it in this race, to be honest. I just, too many mistakes, not fully on the limit. Yeah, just no idea when I ever tend to just like over pushing the car in Q3, and usually in quali you see it just comfortably getting through on the inside the limit of the track, and right, this is like how I should be driving really in Q3. But I just don't. I over push, and it just usually doesn't go well. But ending my Q1 run,
Suey!
Brendan just ahead, just
Did you go
ahead,
faster than me?
starting at that. Yeah,
Ah,
as I go,
lucky. I was
yeah, I
very
know.
sure.
Asked if I
Lucky.
go faster with them. What did I
Which
do in the
did.
last? Just
266.
Oh. Thought I was on for
so I said,
pole.
what did I do in the last? Because I thought I was on for pole because that was a scrub sec, so I invalidated further in the session. But yeah, it wasn't. Well, it was, but it was easily good enough to get us through to Q2. You see, this is my Q2 run. Into turn 1, turn 2, getting it nicely hooked up. But again, just like struggling with a bit of commitment, but that's fine. In Q2, yeah, there's not really much to say, to be honest. Just hitting the apexes, bit of oversteer, to be honest, and that's not good because that's going to overheat our tyres a little bit. It's not what we want. We're now 0.707 for a sec. That's not too good, but it's not bad. We'll take it here in Q2. Again, just needing to do a lap good enough for good enough to get through, which is looking more than good enough. Again, just under the limit, not really pushing the car. So yeah, it's looking good in quali so far. 7-8 split, which yeah, that's okay. But now all I needed to really do was carry this momentum from Q1, Q2 into Q3, and just keep building the pace up, because these laps are good. Like, they're decent laps, like 0.2, 0.0, like shaving like 2/10 off each time, and then we're looking for like a 0.8, 0.7 in Q3. So there we go, fastest in Q2 on that run, and now this is building up nicely for a
Thank you.
good Q3 as we start our first run here. Taking the wide line as I have the biggest like breath I've ever seen. Going to Tom, I'm missing the first corner a little bit, but then taking good speed through the second, and then good exit out of it. Into the fast section, it's just not very committed at all, to be honest. It's just not really coming together. It looks good, like I'd imagine, but when you're driving it, when you're looking at it back, you just see so much time in it. We've gone slower by 1,000th in Q3 compared to Q2, so now at this point I'm just starting to overdrive a bit and not really do not a great lap. So yeah, just that was pretty good. got it nicely turned in on the limit, and we power out, but the hairpin on that lap wasn't great, so it's a 7-4 split now. So we're 400 up on our Q2 time into the last, so it's looking decent to build up to a good final lap. So this should be a 25 as we go into the last sector for the first time in Q3. But no, I decided I'm going nowhere near that corner, and
There is a last corner there.
I didn't want to say anything.
it's but a 0.0, it's not too bad.
It's faster than my PSL time by a tenth already.
As I said, it's 5 points. Q PSL time already, but now as we start our final lap into turn 1 just after 100, getting good rotation, and that was better. That was much better through turn 1. Little slide next up, we can get away with it, half a tenth up, so that's a good start to the lap. Now through turn, we're missing the corner completely. Now we've lost probably 700ths there, but gained back on the exit. And now through the fast section, now we're starting to overdrive and not really push too hard, and then there.
No! Oops. I'm
Yeah.
such a bottle.
I thought you already invalidated in the last time
Nah.
before.
What, turn 1?
No, turn 4, or whatever it is.
Yeah, no, it was close.
As in practice, I was doing easy 0.6, 0.7, and you see there 0.9 for pole. I really did think I should have got pole there, but yeah, it is what it is. We still in P5, we can fight from here.
I don't.
And yeah, so now as we go on to the race, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights, and away we go for the Jeddah Jeddah and WR. We actually all started on very cold tyres as Room completely misses his braking point, and we've had to turn out of it. And now Shanaka's gone round our outside. We've slightly made contact with the understeer on cold tyres, but he gets the move. We have to back out here.
This car? What?
He's so on it.
I can't hang there. But now we're going to try to get a good exit. We actually really do get a good restart. We're all over Shanaka now. He hasn't got a great slipstream. We do have a good slipstream. So now we're gaining all the way up to the back of him. He thinks about defending but doesn't. We got up the inside. Slightly cold tyres.
Jesus.
And yeah, that was my fault there, to be honest. I broke a bit too late on the heavy fuel, cold tyres. So yeah, that was my fault. Shanaka defended well. And we stay in P5 for the moment. You see, just look how much more understeer there is compared to quality. Just not able to push the car. Otherwise, you'll overheat and scrub the tyres, causing more tyre wear. But you see it, like, this is what I don't get. We've got like Nicholas Longer, Jana Watmir on the old strat. Why are we battling 3 wide into turn 1 on lap 5?
I was only a 10 slower than fast lap.
I can't believe
Giannis
I'm
is
looking
there.
at, to be honest.
Giannis is there, only 10th or fastest lap, and he's on mediums. Like, what are we doing? And now this is just opening up the door for Longe and Garno, who are literally like only a little bit behind, and they've got gone to
People's has 3 seconds, by the way.
softs. So yeah, it's a bit confusing what's happening right now, but yeah, we just got to deal with it. I got to try and make some moves because I really did not want to sit behind this. I wanted to get on with it, get on with our race, and try and make some moves as we do. Got the inside, but then just Shanaka carrying the speed around the outside, not being able to get it done. And up, well, provisionally, still MP5 as they go 3 wide again, like on the next lap, which, yeah, it's really frustrating to be honest. There's like no real need for it, but like we've still got loads of laps left, and it's Jeddah. It's really hard to get dropped out of DRS by someone, as we're all around the same pace anyway. So by this point I was getting a little bit frustrated, so I decided to pit, get in some clear air, and
You watched?
yeah, undercut them.
Just want clear air.
And I did. Mainly because I just wanted clear air, as I say there. and it was just a bit annoying sat behind, and I knew I could get probably up to the back into P2, P3 in the train. And I see that just sending out of the pits, and this is going to be my outlap. This is quite critical for the race, to be honest. We've got Lou Welch 2.5 up ahead. I ran a little bit wide there on the cold tyres. 2.2 ahead now, Louis. Like I said, this is crucial this lap. We got to get it right, because we got to undercut as many of them as possible to get into the critical track position to end up fighting for this race win. You see it for the first sector, we've gained nearly a second to Louis, mainly because he's on a pad, and the pad is awful through that first sector, so he's doing a great job. Just not even putting it in the wall somehow. I don't know how he's doing it, to be honest, but you see it, trying to get in this DRS, because if we get DRS on the first straight, that is going to be crucial temps gaining to the other guys as we get purple through the middle without a slipstream or DRS. So that's just showing how fast these fresh mediums are. But if we get out behind, like let's say Tomek, who's going to pit now.
Is that Tomek in?
Out of a second. If he gets us out of second in this traffic, that's going to be quite hard to gain, because he's going to come out and with 100 battery, and we're going to on slightly newer tyres, and we are going to be on about half his battery. So catching him is going to be an absolute mighty task, to be honest. But yeah, we're going to give it a good go. As you see it, Tomek comes right out in front of us, and that is perfect.
I've come out with Tomek, so
he's going to get held up by Louis in this first sector, and we're going to close right up to the back of him, which is good. See it just gaining. Not a great first sector from me, to be honest, but yeah, it will do. As I actually make a mistake, try and correct it, but yeah, it didn't end up happening. I get my first warning. There's Louis and Tomek going side by side.
we're in a lot of
Louis
traffic.
blows up. I said there were in a lot of traffic. And this is where we need to be getting a move on, to be honest. I'm going to turn on the overtake. But Louis does too. I guess he just wanted to defend from us, as I really should have turned off earlier, but yeah. We should get an easy run now, as we do up inside. You need to squeeze us into the wall, to be honest, but yeah, we get an easy move there. And now Tomek's already passed these, because I got stuck behind
Me and
him for
Longer are
that
getting
extra
carried
couple
so hard
corners.
by the sufferers, it's insane.
As we make a mistake at the last corner as well, so
I'm gonna get dropped out of DRS because I can't get past these guys.
I'm going to get dropped out there because I can't get past him. Duncan doesn't pop a fight, but now Sam, we're going to be following him through the first sector, and Tomek's probably going to pull away, just because probably the extra raw speed he does have as well, and the tyres. But crucially, we've come up with Tomek right behind us, and that's good for us, to be honest, because I can let him go, because he's going to come out with a full battery. Tomek would have pushed to get past these and tried to gap me, but now Tomek's just ahead, and I get a second warning because I'm awful. With a full battery, as we're turning the ERS on 1.0, 1.1, but it will go off because I got a tight exit. You see that?
I got 2 warnings.
We're now 1.0 as we head on to the end of the straight, but now Tomek.
And we get a Jake! I just got a penalty, man.
And yeah, you know what I said at the start of the video, I just wasn't on it. I didn't feel like I was driving very well at all. I just wasn't concentrating fully. I was fast, like really fast, potentially one of the fastest on the grid, but I just didn't get it together, and it's a big thing that I need to improve. Just over pushing, and it's mainly in quality. In race I just make up for it, and usually just not this race apparently, but yeah, in quality I just seem to overdrive, and in that last Q3 run I build it up nicely and then just blow it in this last Q3 run, which is not ideal, but yeah, we've all got something to improve on, and yeah, but now as we head on,
It literally just like long ago.
to 19, Tomek, we're
gonna
putting him
block me
under
now.
a bit of pressure here. try put him offline, but we end up just understeering all the way wide, and Tomek gets a good exit. But now, as we go into turn 1, Alvaro's pressuring us. We aren't looking for a move, but then Tomek just moves slightly, and that really off-put me and broke.
What is he doing?
And then we get stuck together there.
My God!
And I'm not very happy at this, as you can tell. Not really much we can do.
What the hell?
Smack her off a bit there.
Is that?
And yeah, I was really angry at this point because although I have the penalty, I want to be fighting for it on the track. And yeah, we're just unfortunately we can't now because of just I don't know what to call it. Mistake.
Hang on.
And now we got Luke and Yano up behind. Obviously Yano, I'm in a call with him and he's on soft, so I'm just gonna let him go. But we got Luke in front of us, well, in front of Yano, so he's gonna be a bit of an issue considering he's teammates with Nico. So yeah, he's not gonna make it very easy. Let's just say that. But now we should have him covered into the last corner. As he's 2 attempts back, that shouldn't really be a dive bomb, but you see it into the last corner. Yeah, if I didn't turn out like that, we were both crashing. So yeah, I get a bit frustrated, but yeah, it's racing, it happens. And now in the last 4 laps, we just got to save up our ERS as much as possible and go back at them at the end.
Why are people so dirty?
I say that. Go back at them at the end. You see, I'm getting in 2 laps 60% ERS, and then we're pressuring Alvaro and Luke. And then add salt to the wound. I do that. So yeah, discipline-wise, this is probably the worst race I've done in my life. But yeah, we're not perfect all the time, so yeah, it's not ideal, but yeah, it happens, and just got to bounce back stronger. Hopefully, as we've got PSGL on Wednesday, so if you want to watch that, go to my Twitch, and I'll be live there as we get past Alvaro. And now, because we've saved up a lot of ERS, more than the guys in front and behind, we're going to use a bit here, put Luke offline as he's flashing, just get to the outside, put him offline, gives us a little bit of a squeeze, but yeah, this should be an easy move now.
Everyone's like fucking fight for that.
As Jano's there saying about how everyone's just fighting for their life. But now as we go into turn 1 past Luke Smith, he sends it back on the inside. We get the move done though. And now Nico goes wide, gets shoved out. Tomek is in the wall with Nico, and then
oh my God, man! Like, I can't be arsed with these guys. They're the dirtiest. Just.
How'd you hear me say that? I got a bit frustrated because yeah, it's just unnecessary.
Possibly might be. It might be.
People just need to calm down a bit when racing, I guess. And
I've got nothing.
yeah, it should be all clean there, but yeah, it's my own doing for putting myself in that position with a bad qualifying.
That didn't look too bad.
Shinaka overtakes Yano for the win. I'm not sure if Shinaka gets his penalty removed, but on track it's Shinaka first. Yano takes the win on penalties, but I'm not sure obviously if Shinaka gets still win away.
I mean,
but in the end we DNF'd, and yeah, I'm not going to do WR anymore because yeah, I have too much on than 1 league a week as well. That should be enough for me at the moment. But yeah, that is WOR Jeddah. I hope you enjoyed. It was an interesting race to say the least. P14 though, that's a great result. P16 actually, but anyway, it is what it is. We will have a bad race here and there, but cheers for watching, and I will see you in the next.